Um, so, uh, like I said, we had a new contender join the color market, the number 12. So that's definitely a curveball, but we can get you bought in. Now, this doesn't necessarily apply to you because you're actually buying in before the first fluctuation, but right off the bat, um, what is different about this season is that instead of buying in at the baseline of 100,000 Janos or whatever you want to call the currency, um, yeah, um, I'm having even Steven 2.0 as the kind of S&P 500, so it's going to tell us where the market's at, and then that's what people buy in with. So if the market drops, then they don't have as much money to buy in. So they don't like get an advantage. But then it's the same way if the market goes up, then they get more money to work with, so they're not at a disadvantage. I think that was a big problem last season because like you came in pretty late, and I was already up in the 400,000s, and you're coming in with 100,000. It doesn't really leave much room for improvement, but
The rich get richer,
yeah.
the poor stay poor.
um, Now I gotta go check. I was trying to remember if you broke even or if you were down at the bottom towards the end of the last one. Um,
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if I was at the bottom. I
um,
don't remember where I finished.
I think I'll change it if we need to, but I think that you did lose a little money right at the end there because
It was good practice for me.
there was some interesting votes in the last few weeks where they were pretty much only me, so they were kind of skewed. But yeah, we'll have you buy in. So this year I have a new graph that's gonna show the trends of individual contestants. So the reason I was saying that is because my prize to the people who earned money last year or last season, sorry, they will get to have a bolder um, line on the graph just so it stands out a little bit more. But what we're gonna do is I can have you pick a color for the graph, and I'm gonna fix the graph off screen, but I'll at least add the color in. So, is there any specific color that you want to be your line on the graph?
Blue, probably.
Blue? You just want like a sky blue or
I kind of like navy blue.
a navy blue? All right.
Yeah, kind of like a darker blue.
I think we got dark blue 25% something. That looks good.
25% blue.
Yeah. All right. So I'll add that in off screen just because it's a little bit more time consuming, but
Okay.
then we can get you to buy in. So you are in an interesting situation with there not being any fluctuation. All of the stock are worth exactly 100. So you can take your pick of what you want to proportion things out with, and the math will actually be pretty easy on me. So um,
Yeah, okay. So how much do I have again?
you have 100,000 to work with.
And there's how many choices?
There are five now. There is red, yellow,
Yeah,
green,
yeah, yeah.
blue, and 12.
Okay. So I think I kind of want to just split it up evenly. Like, I'm gonna go like 50%. Like, I'm gonna play like, it's like playing all the black, or I'll playing all the white.
I
So
got
like
you, yeah.
red and black on the roulette table.
Yeah, there's.
That's kind of my
Yeah.
strategy, I think. So, but it's interesting because there's five choices here.
Hmm.
So I'm not gonna be able to do it 50-50. So I definitely want to invest in the new one, right?
I'd say
The new,
so.
yeah, the
Yeah.
new one. You got to get in on that early. So let's put actually 500,000 in that.
So you mean 50,000?
No, yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
50% of my funds.
All right. So you're going 50,000
I tried to
on.
trick you into giving me some extra funds.
All right. So you're putting 500 on 12, and that's gonna bring you back down to 50,000 in your balance, and that should even back out in your assets. All right, so you got 50,000 left to work with.
All right, so I'm gonna put 30,000 then in blue.
in blue.
Yeah.
That is the champion from last season, so that's a good choice.
Yeah. Now that I know how it works a little bit better, I'll probably win this one pretty
Oh
easily.
yeah, definitely, yeah. And if you tend to if you are able to catch any of the updates in the weeks to come, then if you see something and you want to trade stock for something else, then that you can just let me know and I'll go and change it. Um,
Okay.
so
Okay, sweet.
I think that was my advantage last year was that I was the only person who was like selling and rebuying. A lot of people bought in, but then they didn't really have the growth that I had last year.
Oh,
So
I didn't even know you could do that.
oh yeah, well now you do.
Yeah, now it's finally fair. Okay. So I have 20,000 left, right?
Yep.
20,000. So I think I'll put 10,000 in yellow and red just to
All right.
cover myself. Gray, I'm not even gonna mess with.
You mean green?
The, oh yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
gray's 12, and then green is green.
So
Yeah.
I was looking at. I was looking at the final line as in it was like the dark gray.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's how much money you have in your bank.
Well, I'm looking at it on my phone, so I can't actually see the numbers. I just see the
Oh, I
lines.
got you. I got you. Yeah. All right. Well, that's a pretty nice spread you got there. You're going heavy in the 12 and blue. I think that's a good choice. Blue is definitely a solid investment considering last year it went to about 400 at its peak, I think, which was just unheard of from the other stock. And then 12 being the new contender, I think it'll be a hot pick. So I think you've got uh, some bold but logical strategy here, and we will see how that plays out in the weeks to come. So I'm going to save this off, and we'll get this switched back over for the out of your element.